Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. There's Porter at you. Just want to show you something that I noticed quite some time now, and I'm pretty sure the city knows about it, but they haven't done anything about it. So as you walk down here, you're going to see some cars that are on the sidewalk, and the reason why they're on the sidewalk is they're waiting to go to the drive-through ATM machine there. Now, that's all good and dandy, but my question is, why is the drive-through facing this direction? Like, it's not only is it impeding traffic, but it's blocking the sidewalk as well. And 1010 Mass Ave is like literally across the street over there. So I'm pretty sure people drive by this on a regular basis and see this and don't do anything about it. So this road right here is a traveling road. So as you see, the cars are in there. They're going in that direction. My question is, why don't they reverse the direction? Now check this out, I'm gonna show you something. If you reverse this direction, right? The cars have all this parking lot to wait in, so they're not blocking traffic. So you have, see all this parking lot you have here? You have a parking lot just like that. So you got a whole lot of parking lot right there that you could utilize. Just reverse these machines the other direction so they don't do that. And that's a very simple fix, very easy fix. Take a quick walk back over here so you can see exactly what I'm talking about. And then most drive-throughs always are on the driver's side facing the building. This one, for some reason, it's not facing the building. It's facing, it's on the other side. Now, I don't know who designed it, but whoever designed it did a poor design. See, now you got cars that park on the sidewalk because they're waiting to they go through the drive-through. And this is actually a traveling lane right here. This is a traveling lane. And because that truck is working, and look at this, all these cars are out in the street now. See that? Out in the street. Let me step out so you can see what I'm talking about. They're literally out in the street like that. And this goes on all day. This goes on all day. All day. Cars are weaving in and out of traffic, trying to avoid hitting these cars that are parked. So because these guys are working, because you see how the sign says no parking, no stopping anytime. So let's see how much space is out in the street here. We got a lot of space out on the street. Those cars have to literally go around to the other side of the street now to make that turn. If you're making that turn, you have to literally go around these cars. Look at this, look at this. And if they don't see this as a problem, something's not right. You notice there's no police detail out here too. The city of Boston only puts details where they want to put them. See, he doesn't know he has to go around. You have to go around. That car's going in the bank. See, he doesn't know that. He thinks that's the line going down to South Bay. And the city knows about this, so I'm gonna call 311 and I'm gonna put a call in and ask them are they aware of that? They're gonna say, oh, they're not, but they pretty much are, because guess what? 1010 Mass Ave is right here. So if these people come to work on a daily basis and they don't see that, and no one reports it to their superiors, then guess what? They shouldn't be working for the city of Boston, because they're not looking out for our best interests. I don't even know this side street right here anyway. I don't even know if it has a name to it, but I don't know the name of it. But see how these cars are forced to go on the other side of the road? They're literally forced to go on the other side of the road. See, it's forcing these cars to go on to oncoming traffic. Theoretically, these are the two lanes right here. And then the cars are forced to go on oncoming traffic over there. Now, if you had a police detail here, allegedly that's what they want Boston Police for, is to direct traffic and make sure travel is safe and all that. Maybe the police officer could be directing traffic there. But unfortunately, they have better things to do. Now, this is the other side of the parking lot. Now, if this was the entrance to the bank over here, this is a quiet street. It's not that busy as far as people parking. So potentially, cars could wait and maybe block this side if need to be, where it won't be impeding with traffic and forcing cars to go on the other side of the road. So this is one of these sidewalks that the city needs to do over too. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's been like this for a while. So if this was the entrance to go to the drive-through ATM machine, look at this. Parking lot's pretty empty. You can have all those cars pretty much waiting right here. You can fit about at least 6 or 7 cars in there. Maybe 8 if you, depending on what size the cars are. But worst case scenario, it might come out here and it might go to that sign on the left hand side there. But it won't be impeding traffic in the street, because you got a wide enough lane for cars to fit around. So this is one of the things I noticed for quite some time, and the city knows about it. It's been like this actually since the beginning of the COVID, and maybe a little bit before that. It just got more active with people not going into the banks, but it's always been that way for a while, and they haven't addressed that issue yet. Matter of fact, well, while I'm on the phone, I'll call 311 and just put a call in for them, so they can at least say they were aware of it, or they can't say they weren't aware of it, I should say.
Thank you for calling Boston 311, the city's 24-hour constituent call center. Please hold, and your call will be answered momentarily. Thank you for calling Boston 311.
Hello, how are you? Good morning.
Good. How are you?
Good. I just want to put a 311 complaint to the city. I'm pretty sure they're aware of it, but there's a credit union, Metro Credit Union on Mass Ave, right by the South Bay Mall there, and the cars are all backed up into the street, blocking traffic on both sides of the street. Are you aware of that?
I don't have any notice of that. Is there construction going on or anything like that?
No major construction other than the gentleman replacing the fire hydrant, but it's even that way before they replace the fire hydrant. The problem is the bank parking lot or the ATM is facing the wrong direction, so it's causing all the cars to be out in the street rather than be in the parking lot.
Oh, I see, yeah.
And it's been that way for a while, so I'm pretty sure somebody in the building department must have okayed it. They had to okay it, and they have to be aware of it.
Yeah, that's not good.
And I would like to know who the building inspector that did okay it, because I'm pretty sure the city of Boston does not allow cars to block the street like that.
No, you're right. Let me see. I can send you. Want me to transfer your call to ISD?
Sure, I can speak to them. Well, it's right in front of the ISD building, so they must see it every day they come by here.
Right. Yeah. Oh yeah. All right. Let me transfer you over to ISD.
All right.
1 second.
Okay. Like I said, I'm pretty sure ISD is aware of this. These guys drive by the ISD building.
Please listen carefully as our menu options have
The
changed.
ISD building's right there.
Short-term rental or to place a housing complaint, press 1. For all other calls, please remain on the line to speak to the next available agent.
That's 1010 Mass Ave right there. You literally can throw a rock from here to there. So they can look out their window and see the congestion.
Central Services may help you?
Yes, who do I speak to about a building that has a ATM, drive-up ATM facing the wrong direction, causing traffic backup on Mass Ave?
You mean, is that the Metro?
Yeah, that's the bank right across the street from the building you guys are in.
Yeah. And what you're saying it's got the wrong, they're going in the building the wrong way?
Well, if you look out the window, you can see all the cars blocking a whole lane of traffic.
On Mass Avenue.
On Mass Ave, exactly.
Yeah. Instead of going in on the other street. I know what you're saying.
Right, so who's supposed to... I know you guys see it every time you come to work.
I'm going to refer you to Pat Curran. Pat Curran is the building inspector for that area. Evidently, they must have signs that are not directed right.
No, it's the way the bank has it set up. The ATM is facing on the wrong side. It's facing the opposite side that it should be on.
That's terrible. Hold on now.
Yep.
I'm going to refer you to the building inspector for that area. Hold on.
All right, thank you. Now,
You're welcome. At least you recognize that.
Well, it's been like that for over 2 years. That's why I'm addressing the issue now. I figured I gave enough time to correct it.
Hold on now.
You know, ISD, they have a tendency of picking and choosing what they want to do in life.
Hello, this is Patrick Curran, Building Inspector for Wards 4A and Ward 8. For all inspection requests, please email me at patrick.curran@boston.gov. That's patrick.curran@boston.gov. Please leave your name, contact number, the address in question, your permit number, and your reason for inspection, a rough, final, or restaurant inspection, complaint, violation. And I'll get back to you between 1 and 3 business days, depending on how busy I am and how long I'm out in the field. For any forms that you may be looking for, please visit our website at isd@boston.gov. That's ISD@boston.gov. Thank you.
Record your message at the tone. When you are finished, hang up or press pound for more options.
Hi, my name is Neza Porter. I can be reached at 617-710-1928. My concern is the Metro Credit Union, which is on Mass Ave, which is right across the street from the ISD building, has the drive-up ATMs facing the wrong direction. So it's causing all the cars that are waiting to go to the ATM to block up Mass Ave. And it's been like this for quite a while, so I'm surprised you guys haven't addressed this issue. So I am voicing my concern about it. Please give me a call back, 617-710-1928. Thanks. Alright guys, so I just put my call in, and I know these guys see this every day. Trust me. I know they do, because I see them coming to work. And so you tell me the building inspector that does this ward does not know that these cars are blocking this intersection on a regular basis. And they've been doing it for quite some time. For more than 6 months I noticed this. So I'm pretty sure in the 6 months time he could have gave them I don't know, how would you give them a time frame to replace it or turn those things around. And it's not that hard. Hire an electrician, move the boxes, flip them over. That's all you got to do. Maybe take a day or two to do it. Not hard at all. But that's what I'm saying. The city of Boston has so much stuff going on, and honestly, these guys are not really. They're not really working. They're not really working as hard as you may think they are. I don't know if this guy's a bank manager or not. I'm gonna ask him. I'm gonna see what he has to say, since he's passing out these little leaflets over here. Put my mask on just to make sure I'm COVID free. Look at that, blocking the sidewalk. The person on the bike has to go between two cars to get around. Hey, good morning, sir. You work for the bank? Are you a manager?
I'm sorry?
Are you a manager?
Yes.
Okay, my question is, here these cars are blocking the intersection right here. Wouldn't it be easier to turn that ATM around the other side so they come in from the parking lot side?
But then the tube is on the wrong side.
Well, would it be easier for them to design it and move it on that side? Because right now, this right here is impeding traffic. All these cars that come up here got to go on the other side of the road to pass by these cars right here. So my suggestion is take it, I don't know how much it's going to cost, but have it moved over to the other side. Does it make sense?
I can make the suggestion to them.
All right.
All right.
Because it's going to have to get done sooner or later, just so you know.
Okay. Does it feel comfortable?
So I gave him heads up on it too. Look at this. On the sidewalk. Car is on the sidewalk. On the sidewalk. I'm like, if you're in a wheelchair and you want to get by here, that's creating a hazardous situation. Very, very hazardous situation. Very hazardous situation here. Now, the tube's on the other side. How hard would it be to change that tube over to the other side? It's just a matter of changing the tube over. All that is a vacuum tube. You cut it, you put a T in it, and move it on the other side. It should never have been that way in the first place, to be honest with you. That tube should never have been on that side in the first place. Even if that tube is on the wrong side, you just change the cars over one and you're on this side. So the tube actually can stay where it is. Just the lane switch over, to be honest with you. It's even an easier fix than it's supposed to be. Flip that box around. I'm gonna give you, because I do this kind of work, so that's why I know how easy it is. The hardest part is going to be changing the electrical. But disconnect that box, face it so it's facing me. If that box is facing me, you done created that problem and changed it. There's no tube on this side, just two wires. That's all that is. The tube's on that side. Take that tube, reverse the compartment on the other side, and have the cars come on the other side. You just change that whole problem right there. That lane there will just be a dead lane on that side. That lane will become this lane. So this lane here. Hey, what's up, man? You're everywhere like me. I see you around, man. There you go, there you go. Be safe out there. Yeah. So I wanted to do a video on this because this has been going on for far too long. And now that the bank manager is aware of it, now that the inspection of services is aware of it, now let's see how long it takes them to correct this issue. It shouldn't take them more than a month to correct that issue. We'll give them a month. Today is November the 10th. So I will, how you say it, revisit this scene December, maybe December the 10th. That car is still on the sidewalk there too. Look at that. Now that's causing another hazard because now this guy is almost getting hit in the process of walking on the sidewalk. Now this happens all day. I don't got time to stay out here all day, but if I was to stay out here all day, you would see the same thing. And it gets dangerous because cars are almost hitting pedestrians as they're coming in. Now the one with the tube is actually sending it back to the teller at the station, then the teller got to send it back. That tube is not hard to correct that issue. If they need some input, I always get input and suggestions. Matter of fact, I got a good contractor that will probably fix that for them in the same day. If you're familiar with this area, that tube is in the okay spot. It's just a matter of switching the lanes over and moving that box and turning the tube around the other way. That's all it is. That's all it is. There's no rocket science there whatsoever. No rocket science whatsoever. It's gonna give you a so you guys could kind of see what the cars have to do to get around. They gotta kind of fishtail around just to get it. And these lanes are supposed to be, there's supposed to be no parking all the way down. And for some reason, now the bank has to know about it because they see it. I mean, if they can't see that, and I can see it, there's something's definitely wrong. Something's definitely wrong. Now he's the bank manager, so I didn't get his name, but it's not too hard to figure out who he is. But we'll come back and we'll see if ISD does their part, and we'll see if the bank does their part. Now the bank's making a lot of money, so that little switch over, the most it could cost them, the most possible it could cost them is $5,000. That's on the high side. Electrician and what we call him a plumber, because he's going to be doing the tubing. But anybody in reality can do the tubing. But we'll say a technician. Maybe a day's worth of work for the tubing at the most shouldn't cost $1,000. And a day's worth of just doing electrical and moving the box shouldn't cost more than another $1,000. Worst case scenario, we'll say it cost them $3,000. But shouldn't cost that much. Pretty sure they got electricians they have on their payroll on a regular basis. What are those, Obama phones? Yeah. They can't call them Obama anymore. They have to call them Trump phones.
No, they're Biden phones.
They're what phones?
The Biden phones. The Biden phones.
Oh, the Biden phones. Oh, okay. We got a new name for them. Yeah. So that's Joe and that's Kamala.
Yeah, that's Kamala.
So we got. All right, gotcha. All right. Take care, buddy. All right, so I'm up out of here. I just had to do a little errand over here, and I came across that. So until next time, guys, and as Porter, I'm gonna be signing out on this one. Just so you know, a lot of these stores are hurting. The only store that's really not hurting is Stop and Shop. I heard Office Max is downsizing over there. Office Max is way on the other side. They are Actually, they got a going out of business sign on their window, so they should be out here. I think he said November the 10th or 11th. He's out of there, so that's coming right around the corner. Bed Bath & Beyond. At one point, I think they were about to close, but I think they changed their mind for now anyway. One of the reasons I believe, I'm not 100% sure, is that whoever owns these areas went up on the rent. So I guess they went up on Office Max, and Office Max says they're not going to pay the extra fee. So they're going to be closing out. I don't know if Marshalls decide to stay in or leave out. I don't know too much about them. But I heard Bed Bath & Beyond may stay. We're not too sure about that. Gotta do some more research on that one. But Office Max definitely said no, he's out of there. So next time, guys, Nez Porter signing out.